Okay, here we go. We are live. Hello, YouTube. I'm Sarah. I'm going to be hosting this meeting. I've been here since April 2022, and since then, we've been practicing a lot of different topics. And today we have one more. I'm here with Wally, Felipe, Marcio, and Ayla, and we're going to talk about digital lifestyle analogical purposes. So we have some questions about technology and personal purposes to discuss. Okay. So let's jump to the first question. So on a scale from 0 to 10, how familiar with technological devices are you? Wow, how would you rate yourself?
I would say around 7 and 8. I work with IT, but I know that a lot of stuff to learn. So I would say around 7 and 8.
What about like on a daily basis with the things you use, maybe in your house in general, not only for work?
In general, in the daily use, I would say around 9 and 10. It's really okay.
That's good. That's very good. Thanks for sharing, Raleigh. And Felipe, how about yourself?
When I said 6, I believe social media don't is for this discussion. So there is a lot at for develop, but I don't use a lot. So I need to learn more about IT and use more. So because it's I put 6.
Okay. So, Felipe, what's your job right now? Who you work with?
Can you repeat, please, about job?
Yeah.
I
What's your
am
current job?
I work with the merchandising marketing,
Okay.
but
Oh,
I'm still 18.
yeah. Everybody wants to study IT, I think. Not
Yeah.
everybody, but a lot of people. It's an interesting field, right? Thanks. Ayla, and you?
Well, I don't know, but I think maybe 7 or 8. Uh, I think I use more technology that device uh, when I need to search about it to study to learn something. I I don't know if uh, but I use a lot social media as a YouTuber, uh, and I started uh, using ChatGPT recently to to improve my capacity to create questions because they're talking, and I like to see if there is other option better, and I create my own question, but after that I like to use the ChatGPT to see another options. I think it's good. Yeah, I think it's more about it. Uh, yeah, that's it.
Just enough to pass. If you had an exam about technology, you would pass with 7, and it's 5. I see. And Marcio, what about you?
So good idea, Ayla, about the ChatGPT. save my money because in the future, um, I will the host in the future, you know. Yeah, so good idea. Thank you. Thanks. And I think 7, you know, because uh, I live in another place. My family uh, living in Northeast, you know. I use technology a lot because these apps, example, yeah, WhatsApp, I use a lot, you know, and it's technology. Yeah, I think it's 7 because I study in cell phone, including I participate now the immersion, you know. Yeah, that's it. 7 about me.
Yeah, I think it's a good grade. I don't know how much I'd give myself. Maybe 6, because I, like, for example, I wanna buy a cell phone or something, and I don't know uh, how to search. Like, I know that I like to take pictures. I know that I want a cell phone that doesn't have problems, like doesn't stop all the time, because of the, I didn't even know how to call the system. Maybe the I don't know in Portuguese, but like, let's call the system. So for me, it's hard to even research because I don't have a good base, about uh, what functions I should be looking for, what types of settings, so I'm kind of basic. So if it is something for the daily life, okay, I can manage, but I don't understand much about uh, technology settings. A lot of terms are new to me, so I have to learn, I don't, it's not really my thing to get familiar and understand a bit about all of these possibilities we have with technology. Maybe 6 could work. Okay, so the second question. When it comes to communication, you prefer face-to-face interactions or digital messaging? Felipe, what do you prefer?
That depends when person that I talk. My friends I prefer face to face because I we chat about a lot subjects about our problem, travel that we never do, and these things. But there is people I am prefer only task. That's depend of people.
Yeah. Like for work, you prefer to type or to send a voice message?
My work I prefer face to face because the people in work it's a little complication. So face to face it's more easy to say about work the task about work it's more easy.
Okay. Makes sense. Thank you for sharing. And can you choose someone? Can you say a next person to talk now?
Me?
Yeah? Ayla, Márcio, or Wally?
Okay. I'm sorry, guys. Dormi aqui. Yali, envio.
No problem.
Yeah, I'm agree with Felipe. I think it depends on the situation and the person. But if I had to choose, I prefer face-to-face interactions because I don't know, it's more faster, I guess, and there are some things that you can't replicate digitally. So I think it's better when you have a face-to-face interaction in these occasions.
Yeah. And this, if you're talking about customers or the side of interactions, if they hear what you're saying, they can listen to your how you say it. You know, I think it makes difference if you sound polite or if you sound calm or firm. And sometimes when you just type a message, it's not so easy to convey
Yeah.
this idea, you know.
Yeah, it's hard to replicate the emotions, for example, in a simple text. So for me, it's much better when you talk to face to transmit emotion when you need. So I agree with you.
That's why there's a lot of emojis, you know, and sometimes I cannot use it and it's very hard if it is a formal conversation, so I have to find other ways. Marcio, what do you prefer?
So I prefer face to face, but it depends the moment, you know. I really like to talk about the musical, for example. I have trained a lot about the musical. So I said, yeah, it's depend the moment. And face to face really good because I pay attention when you talk, you know, and about me too. Yeah, I like to talk about the Brazil, the football and the politics and the place. It's depend the moment. Musical, I love it to talk about it. Yeah, but face to face really important. Today really hard because the technology, you know, technology is good, it's bad, it's depend, you know. Yeah, because in my case, I'm living in another city. My family lives in North East, for example. Technology really good about this, you know. Yes, because I put my camera, you know, my camera on, and about the camera, my family on, you know, face to face about the technology. Yeah, that's it. Depend the moment, my view.
Yeah. It's very good that we have this option because before it was not easy to connect with people, with your family and friends, if they were distant, you know, and now you can have these moments, even if it's not the same, but it is a way to be a part of their lives, you know. I think it's very important. And you, Ayla.
So I agree. I agree with guys said. I think it depends on, like Massa said, technology that is uh, bad and good things. But for example, at my work environment, sometimes I like to have a digital message. Sometimes when, for example, I need to share some tip with my colleagues, I think it's useful to make some video call and to share my screen and to show them how I'm doing some tasks, for example. I think it's useful. And they do with me too. So it's an interaction with each other by digital and technology. Um, I but when it's about my connection to my friends, to my family, of course, I prefer to face, because Wally said, for me, face to face, it's better to show my emotions, and I think it's impossible to feel so comfortable only by using technology. Uh, it's about human feelings, and I think when it's about human feelings, technology it's not only enough. Yeah, yeah, it's not enough. Yeah, I think it depends on it's useful, so useful. For example, like Márcio said, it's so useful when people live far from each other, and he can make some calls or video calls to see their family, to connect to them. It's not the same thing as when there is a face-to-face contact, but I think at least we can matar a saudade pouco, a little. And yeah, I think in this case, I think it's so useful, and technology can be so I don't know how can I say nosso aliado nesses momentos, in this moment. So that's it.
Yeah, I thought about the same phrase, matar a saudade, and we don't have a good word for saudade, we just have whatever English gives us. I miss you, no, that doesn't share the same feeling. Saudade is way better. I also prefer face to face, mostly face to face interactions, and sometimes it's hard that you can have these moments with your friends because they are in another city, and you have to make yourself satisfied with the connection with the internet, and so. But I miss being closer and having the chance to just go and eat something. Let's go get some juice, get a beer, let's go to the beach, so I think that I I don't know, we get so used to using technology all the time, but sometimes for me, it's boring because it's more of the same, and I'm trying to go outside a little bit. I need to get some sun, I really need it. Okay, number 3. Márcio, could you start the next question? Share your opinion and then choose someone. Okay. Can you read number 3, Márcio?
Yeah,
Okay.
okay. So, do you enjoy activities like you read physical books and write with pen and paper, or do you prefer e-books and digital note-out? Hmm. So about the books, I don't have patience about the read books. So, but I read because my daughter gave me The Little Prince because she see about the and I study English, but my daughter give me Little Prince English. But I read with Ariel chapter 1, and I reread chapter 1. I reread chapter 1 again because really hard my when I heard, you know. Yes, because I think in my childhood I pay attention a lot about the music, but I didn't I didn't read, I don't know, reading in my child or mm, adolescence, you know. Yeah, I think because of this, I don't have patience to read the book, but it's a process, you know. I read it and reread because my daughter get fighting about the read. Yes. So yes, about the questions, and really hard when I answers this question. Yeah. So I prefer read books with audio, and that's it.
I think it's a good option for when you're doing other things, you can still listen to the story and you can learn some, maybe if you listen in English, for example, you can learn some new words and you can also get entertainment for yourself. You know? I think I never tried audiobooks, but it sounds like an interesting option. Yeah. Anyway, number 3.
Well, I'm from the generation of books, pen and paper. So I prefer this than digital. I don't know. Because I don't know, but my brain works better if I writing. I writing with pen. I think I can. It's better for me to memorize and to understand better. Uh, I don't know. I think it was the way how I learned since I was child, and it's for me it's difficult. Don't use it to study, to understand, to improve uh, my studies in general. So I prefer uh, writing with pen and paper. Yeah. I'm not against technology. I think it's good. It's so different. It's so nowadays. I think it's especially for children, teenager. I think it's more ludical. I don't know. And I think there is some a lot of uh, kind types of technology to improve our capacity to understand something. And it's good. I agree. But even though I prefer to writing, for me it works better. I think because my generation. That's it. And you, Felipe?
I agree with you, Ayla. In my case, I prefer physical book because I love so much the smell new book. It's amazing for me, guys. And the feel the paper, writing the paper, it's amazing. But nowadays, about books, I am using digital books because it's more cheap. Cheap, it's okay, cheap, but cheap. And physical books is very expensive and the digital books more access and more ships. And in my case, I read in physical books and write in paper. I try make this thinking, but in my opinion, I prefer physical books. Island resume amazing. And you, Arlen, what do you prefer?
Oh, it's funny, and I really don't know why, but I prefer to read physical books. Maybe I have an idea with physical books that I have the book on my hand, and I can change easily the pages, for example. But to take notes, I really prefer in a digital way. So I really prefer to use Notion, for example, over to write in paper with pen and something like that. So I prefer reading physical books, but to take notes, I prefer in a digital way. How about you, Sarah?
Yeah, I also reading more digital books because of the same reason Philip mentioned. And you can have like a device like Kindle and have a lot of books in just one place. And also, I like this approach. But I also like to write, like Ayla mentioned, exactly when I'm studying. It's funny because I'm studying and I'm using a lot of technology, a lot of resources, but in the end of the day, I need to make my own notes, and make it in a way that makes sense to me. So I write things like a summary of what I'm studying or what I'm reading, so I like to make this notes. It's easier for me. And sometimes as I use the computer to work and to study and to a lot of things, sometimes for fun as well. So it's good to write because I can rest my eyes a little, from the light, from the screen, and all of this. So I think it's a good way to change a little bit the environment and not always be on the computer or on the cell phone, for example. All right, guys. So I think Ayla didn't start yet. So Ayla, could you choose a question and share your opinion about the topic?
Okay, sure. Number 4. Um, how do you feel about using maps and getting directions compared to using GPS and navigation apps on your phone? Oh, uh, it depends on for me. When it works, it's good. Uh, uh, but sometimes when I travel, uh, there was some bad situation when GPS couldn't help me, and I got lost because I don't know, it was crazy. Uh, GPS sometimes doesn't work so good, and it can be sophisticated sometimes. Um, but I think it's normal because maybe nowadays it's getting better. I think, uh, and it could be so useful, uh, especially when we don't know the place. We we don't we don't have information how to get to some on the place, but maybe you can use it, be careful because sometimes GPS it doesn't work well. So, and when that happens, especially when we are on dangerous places, when we don't know exactly, it's good to be careful and to make maybe ask for help someone. It could be better. Uh, it's useful, but you sometimes, even though you can need it to human help. Yeah, that's it. And you, Alec, what are your opinion about this question, please?
Well, I never used an analogical map, so I really don't have the capacity for comparing both. But about GPS and navigation apps, for me they are incredible convenient and easy to use daily. So I really prefer and I use a lot navigation apps, Waze, Google Maps, for example. I think that's it. How about you, Felipe?
As water, I never use physical maps, only GPS. It's amazing GPS, but when my Ayla set, we have take care because it's a little danger for navigation when we don't know the place. But when I travel or when I go for another place, I don't know. I only use GPS. It's amazing, more easy, more fast, more simple. Physical maps, I don't know how how can I use? It's difficult for me. And you, Marcio, do you like digital maps or physical?
So today, digital, you know, because the technology helps a lot to us. But I use a little and digital maps. So I prefer digital. That's it.
So nobody mentioned the oldest of all techniques. It's like ask people. Do you guys do that or not anymore? Anybody asks people, oh, how do you get somewhere? Or you only use the phone? Felipe, do you ask people for directions or just
I'm sorry. Read the next question.
no? Just asking if you ask people for directions or you just use the cell phone. You know.
How can I deu som agora, galera. Calma aí, deu branco. Can you repeat, please, Sarah?
Yeah. For example, you wanna go to the shopping mall.
Okay.
You ask to someone or you only use yourself.
Okay, I understand now. That's depending. Nowadays, I don't ask. I put in GPS and come on. But when I, for example, drive with my father, or I don't know, the other guy is more older, I will ask for respect. But normally, no. Put in GPS, let's go. Come on.
Okay, and you, Ayla? My
Only
dad
respect.
always asks. Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I am a little tired, so come on.
No problem.
No problem. In my case, the same. It's more common using only GPS. But as I said before, sometimes it's hard to have. But in the past, I had some situation when GPS doesn't work well, and I need to ask for help. Yeah. But for me, it's mainly GPS. It's so good.
Yeah. And you, Marcio? Do you ask people for help or only use the technology?
No, I don't because I participate the one, I don't know, occasion when I ask one person here don't answer, you know, I don't know.
Mhm.
And so I think people today really, I don't know, I think reservado, I don't like it about the answer because this I use it GPT, GPS, you know. Yeah, let's see.
That makes sense. And you, Ali, do you ask people or only the cell phone is your helper?
Well, I think it depends of the situation. I use a lot of navigation apps and this stuff. But if I need to how can I say to do a question to someone, I do that, and for me that's okay. But usually I use a lot to navigation apps, and for me is so useful.
Mm. I'm really grateful for this because I never know where I am, you know. Like I live here my entire life, and if somebody asks, how do I get somewhere, like, unless it is like downtown, a very basic place, okay, I can help. But if it is a lot of directions, you have to go somewhere, to enter the street and turn left, then turn right, a lot of complicated directions. I'm not the person to help. So I just say, oh, go ahead, go to that grocery store and ask someone. No, I do that. Even if I know for myself how to get places, but sometimes explaining is very, it's a challenge for me. And I don't wanna give wrong direction. So I just say, oh, ask there and you can receive help better than mine. Guys, I was thinking we could answer number 6, talking about something very nostalgic, analogical cameras. So let me see. Wale, can you start this question? Number 6.
Yeah. Do you prefer listening to music on CDs or digital streaming platforms? Um, for sure, digital streaming platforms. Just for me, I think they offer a huge amount of music and a vast library, in podcasts also. So I think the convenience of to listen music and create playlists, for example, it's much better. So I really prefer streaming platforms. How about you, Ayla?
So I don't have CD anymore, and I prefer surely digital stream platform because the access is so easy, easier than CD. And nowadays, I think it's more common. And I think the audio it's better. Uh, I think some I remember how can I say disco de vinil and uh, a gente se revela logo, né? Mas eu lembro dessa época. When I was a child, there were disco de vinil and the sound it was different, and I like it more. I like it more. But between CD and digital stream, I prefer digital stream platform. I think the quality of sound it's better. It's good. Um, Yeah, that's it. Thank you, Mas.
Yeah, I agree. Today I use the digital stream platform because when when I listen to one music and I heard one instrument, for example, no, I put it when I heard one instrument, and yeah, it's really easy because this, yeah, streaming today, I think people use it to use it a lot, you know. Yes, yeah. Today I prefer digital streaming platform because I said I heard one instrument after another instrument, you know, because I learning the music. That's it.
Thank you, Felipe. What's your preference?
I prefer digital streaming platform because CDs there are 12 songs, 12 music, but only one band. And I like a lot music. I kind genres. So when I what I said, make a playlist more easy, and I put a lot of music, a lot of genres, and for me more easy. Cause normally I don't like 12 music only one band, and so CD for me don't work. That is.
Guys, I was thinking a lot of things we are talking about, like if they were old, they are also technological. For example, a CD. At some point, it was very modern, very different, very new, and now we're talking about as if it was something from history, old history, so it's interesting that. I have CDs, but I cannot hear them on my computer because it doesn't work, It doesn't read the CDs. I don't know how to say exactly, but I have for the passion that I have for the band, but it's just like collection. It's not something functional to listen, and yeah, I think it's past now, but I like to keep it for good memories.
Yeah, and I think that nowadays comparing both it's really unfair because in digital platforms you have a lot of features, a lot of music, a lot of playlists. So it's really unfair in my opinion.
Yeah, you have a good point. And we have 3 minutes. Let's do a quick round. Rápido. Rodada rápida. I forgot. So, number 6. Have you guys just answered this part? Okay. Have you had an analogical camera? And yeah, just this. Márcio, have you had an analogical camera? Like the old type? Your mic's up.
Yeah, I have, but uh, used to, yeah, analog camera, but today digital, you know, I use a lot. And analogical camera before really nice, take the pictures, you know. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you. Why? Number 6. If you had an analogical camera.
Yeah, I've had an analogical camera, but no longer. Nowadays, I only have a digital camera, and But I like it when I had analogical camera to have the photos, the physical photos. But nowadays I just keep them on my cell phone or computer. Yeah.
And you,
Felipe?
Felipe?
Yes, I have one. I have one analogical camera. It's and I don't print photos. I only keep in my cell phone. My mother loves print, but I don't like.
Yeah. My analogical camera was full of ants the last time I got it. Well, I don't know if this happened with you, but it was common to get ants on the camera. Formiga, gente, a lot of them on the camera. I don't know why. And you, Arlen, have you had this type of camera?
Yeah, I never had an analogical camera also. And nowadays I just use my cell phone, capture and keep the photos on Google Photos and Google do the work. So that's it.
You're grateful for this. And sometimes the pictures just appear from years ago and you are like, oh my gosh, I didn't remember that. It's really nice. Sometimes,
Yeah.
sometimes you want to forget about the person.
Yeah.
Guys, we have another meeting coming, so I'm gonna say goodbye for now. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you guys liked it. I hope to see you next week or in other immersions here. Okay? Thank you so much for coming. Have a good week and take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye bye.
you,
Thank you, guys. See you later.